Do you want your weekends to last longer? Well, have I got news for you. We're about to make that happen, my friend. Hey, I'm Natalie Sisson, and I love long weekends. I think in this day and age, too many people are working way too freaking hard when we should be having all-week weekends. Wouldn't that be miraculous? Actually, that wouldn't be such a great thing, just because when you have too much of a good thing, you don't appreciate it as much. But I wanted to share one tip with you that I've been trying out for about the last 6 months with amazing results. It's called a long weekend. Every single Friday is Freedom Friday. And for me, I can do this because I have a business that's systemized and automated and a team, and I've been running it and designing it so that I can step away from it at any time. So every Friday is Freedom Friday. And what the heck does that mean? Well, that means that I can get up whenever I want, but I typically still get up at the same time. I can read, I can write, I can paint. I go for a massage, I might go for a facial, I hang out with friends and family, I go on a hike. I do anything that is not related to work. And typically, I stay off my laptop completely unless I'm learning, like a course, and I stay off social media and most likely the internet. So I find that just having that disconnect on a Friday makes me feel so good going into the weekend. And the other benefit of it is that it actually carries through into the weekend. So that I feel come Monday, I've had this amazing break. It also sometimes makes me more motivated to do a little bit of productive focus work on the weekend in an area that I really like. So maybe some more learning or maybe writing or something that's really important to me. Because I've taken that entire Friday off and then typically a Saturday and a lot of a Sunday, it kind of makes me want to get organized for the week ahead on a Sunday, which is never a bad thing. Now, you might be sitting there going, that's all fine and dandy for you, Miss Natalie. I can't take Friday off. Well, that may be the case, but could you take an hour off on a Friday? Could you have an extra long lunch? Could you have a siesta in the afternoon? Could you knock off around 3 p.m.? Could you get up earlier and finish later? In which ways can you extend your weekend? Here are some other tips for you. Short breaks away. Every single month, could you take an extra long weekend? Could you knock off on a Friday and have a Monday free and have a 4-day long weekend? I bet you could if you planned ahead in advance. And that's probably where my Plan Your Ideal Freedom Year workshop comes in. The link is below. If you want to plan out your entire year, feel amazing, understand and design your business to fit your lifestyle so you can have Freedom Fridays, that's probably what you want to be looking at. It's just below. Another way to have an extended weekend of sorts is to actually pick up a new hobby or discover a new skill. May sound a little bit strange to you, but if every single weekend you're doing the same thing, you're sleeping in, you're sticking to your old routines, it can actually feel pretty heavy. But if you're discovering a new skill or you're doing a new thing completely, like going up in a hot air balloon or having a tennis lesson, it can actually feel really invigorating and like you've just kind of extended your time on holiday, which is your normal weekend. So discovering a new hobby, picking up a new skill, and simply doing something completely out of the ordinary for you is a great way to feel like you've extended your weekend, especially if you're offline, because time just goes slower when you're not looking at your phone. Another thing you can do is embrace Sunday and forget about Mondays. I believe it is Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk who did a bit of a rant on a video recently talking about why are you whiling away the weekend, worrying or stressing out about going back to work on Monday? Why are you complaining all weekend that work sucks and you don't want to go back when you actually have a weekend to enjoy? And on that note, that's the one thing I will agree with Gary on. I completely don't understand why people moan about going back to work or into their own business on a Monday. Get another job or start a business that you love or figure out how you can reclaim your time and do work that you love so that you embrace Monday like crazy and you enjoy your weekend fully. There is nobody stopping you. There is nobody holding you back from enjoying your weekend and doing the work that you love. So if this has been going on for way too long and you sound like Mr. or Miss Miserable every single Friday when you start complaining about work on a Monday, you need to change your life. And it starts with one step and making a decision. Much like me quitting my corporate job 10 years ago, when I had just had enough and I didn't want to wake up in the morning to go to work, I made a serious change. I took a leap of faith, I quit, and I started my own business. Sure, it was hard work, but you know what? I was intent on designing life the way I wanted. I didn't want to sit around for another 8 years and be stuck in that job, being that person commuting every day and whining about how shit my job was and how much I hated my life. Why would I ever do that when life is beautiful and I'm in control of it? And finally, another way to make your weekend seem so much longer and more awesome, and I alluded to it earlier, is a no email, in fact, no internet weekend. Might feel a little freaky at first, but put your phone away or put it on flight mode or do not disturb mode. Don't go anywhere near your laptop or your computer, and you will have so much space and so much joy and so much freedom, and your weekend will feel that much longer. Trust me, try it out. Let me know in the comments below how you have extended your weekend to feel like a true free weekend. And if you can take a Freedom Friday, I look forward to hearing in the comments how awesome that feels.